You know, there needs to be a scene from The Matrix where Morpheus and Neo are talking, and Neo is saying, so if I install the YouTube add-on, you're saying I could actually see the dislikes in the video? To which Morpheus would respond, what I'm saying, Neo, is that after you finish your training, you won't have to. I mean, look at it, dude. 4,300,000 views and only 31,000 likes? Do you think this is a great trailer? It probably is. 31,000 people like it. Such a popular trailer. Can't wait to see the movie. Not to mention, you can just scroll down to the comments and you can also see how people are feeling about it, because everywhere you look, it's probably the same sentiment. From the people who, by the way, like I keep getting messages from people. It's like, oh yes, you can install this add-on and you can see the dislike. I don't need to. I don't need to see the dislikes. I already dislike it. Literally and figuratively. Now, the reason I find this interesting is that from watching the trailer, I couldn't find anything woke. So I don't think it's the wokeness that causes people to dislike it. That doesn't change the fact that go woke, go broke is the thing. But it does show that people have gone broke before the wokeness. The reason that people dislike it is the complete lack of creativity. Why is it so difficult for the people at Hollywood to come up with a creative and interesting concept? I mean, it's getting to the point where I have difficulty remembering original movies that came out recently. If it's not a sequel, if it's not a prequel, then it's a reimagining. I can't think of something original that was good. And I grew up in the 90s. I was surrounded by originality. And by the way, there are some people coping and they're saying, oh no, you see, everything has been done already. Yes, everything has been done already. They can't come up with original things anymore. Bullshit! What do you think when you look at Netflix? The top TV shows are Koreans because they're original. The platform is a great concept. Have you seen it anywhere else? I haven't. The Squid Games, have you seen them anywhere else? It was original, wasn't it? Is it a reimagining? Is it a prequel? Is it a sequel? Is it no? You know what this looks like? It's like the kid that copies the homework from the other kid in class because the kid is too lazy. He goes home, he doesn't do his homework, comes up, and like 5 minutes before the hour starts, he rips off the homework of someone else and changes it a little bit. That's what you're seeing here. Why would you pay money for that? So you have Home Alone, which is beautiful, right? Like at the time, a lot of people loved it. And they're ripping off parts from the first Home Alone movie without any shame. If it wasn't the same company, you could accuse them of plagiarizing it. It's not a new story. It's not, like, at least if it was a new story, it would have gotten less dislikes. But it's literally the same story. Like, words for words are taken from the first movie and they're put in this atrocity, this abomination. It's a money milking scam. That's what they're doing. They're trying to look at you like Disney, the mouse, is looking at you with lustful eyes and is seeing you as a pay piggy. Like all you are, you're a resource that the mouse can reach into your pocket and take some of your money this Christmas. That's what this is. It's shameful beyond, like, look, if a teacher would see that a kid has copied another kid's homework this much, they would consider that he didn't do his homework. We would give him an F. And this is why people dislike it. And secondly, like, why do you even need another Home Alone? Like, it's fine. It stands on itself. Make another comedy. Can't you make another comedy? Do you not know how to humor anymore? Just pick another subject. Do something else, for the love of God. Why is everything, like, you know what? I think that the people in these corporations don't have self-esteem anymore. Like, they don't think they can do it. They know they're talentless and they're not willing to try something new. So they're trying to corporatize art. They want to put the art on an assembly line. And they're trying to use like the corporate mindset on art. But art is not like that. Art is not a car that comes on the assembly line. It needs soul. It needs passion. And you don't get that anymore. You don't get soul, you don't get passion. You get like previous movies that were already done. It's like, hey, can you do something like that, but just change it a little bit so people don't notice? I mean, for the love of God, like this bullshit that people are defending Disney for. It's like, oh yes, they're trying to hold on to their IPs, so now they're making live adaptation of all their previous cartoons and they're sanitizing them and whatnot. Get the fuck out. When's the last Disney original that came out? What was it, Tangled or Frozen? I forgot which one. But like after that, you don't get to see any more originality. It's like the live adaptation of Aladdin, the live adaptation of Mulan, the live adaptation. Fuck off. If they want to keep their IPs, fine, but not on my money. Why would I need to pay money to Disney to keep its IPs? Make something original and good. And when they do make something original, I guess it's Home Sweet Home Alone. Get the fuck out. Oh yeah, it's a good Christmas movie. It's being played every Christmas, so we need to rip it off. We need to... No, you don't. It's a classic. It's like, can you imagine if someone came up and like wanted to repaint the Mona Lisa? Just no. So yeah, this is why a lot of people are upset. And look what people are saying. The boy in the trailer is a great, humble actor. I really hope he understands that we are hating the studio and not him. Home Alone 1 and 2 are great because they're movies with a lot of heart and with comedic tones throughout. This just looks like a comedy without heart and feelings. There is no soul. Exactly, there's no soul. It's just corporate bullshit. I want a sequel to Macaulay Culkin as a grown man being left home alone by his wife and kids. And by the way, this is another thing. Usually the movies that were made in the past were reflective of that particular time period. So when you look at Home Alone, what do you see? You see a big-ass family living in a mansion. Because back then, there were a lot of the middle-class people that actually lived like that. They had a lot of kids, they had a large family, and they probably knew how it felt like to forget one of those kids at home. Do you honestly get the same vibe in 2021 when most people aren't even married by the age of 35? Like, can they even resonate with this type of movie? Like, you need to make movies that speak to the people in the current timeline. The culture is changing. Culture doesn't stagnate. So you need to actually make movies that are reflective of the current culture. Movies need to reflect culture, not the other way around. So when I look at Home Alone, I see, okay, well, a bunch of very wealthy people. Like, I can't connect with that. I don't feel represented, as the left likes to say. No, like, if you were to make a new Home Alone, it should be a single mom leaving his kid alone with an Xbox. That would be the new Home Alone. And maybe he gets, like, the worst that happens is he gets death threats on Xbox, so he starts complaining to Microsoft, to bad people. That is the Home Sweet Home Alone movie, part 2. Because he's too weak. He is too weak to handle the criticisms. So he needs to ask Microsoft, like, please, terms of service. I am weak. Yeah, like, seriously. I'm looking, like, at all these, upcoming movies that are remakes and reimaginings, and they really do not even fit with the current culture. It's like, it's a culture of a previous era. Like, it doesn't exist anymore. You need to adapt it so that people feel represented. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.